back with the 55 Chevy project, and we're going to put the roll cage in. This is my son-in-law Dave, my expert fabricator welder, and we've got everything prepped, and you know, there's various ways to do this, but Dave, in his experience, is you know, we've already measured the height of the main roll bar, which is going to be 45 inches. And there is a criteria of the head height required for, you know, certain licensing bodies in order to race. So you might as well do it correctly. So if you ever decide to race, it's going to pass. But anyway, once we've measured the height correctly, we've actually cut holes in the floor so that we can lower the roll bar through the floor in order to be able to weld the top hoop and the top welds and do it correctly. Dave is a bit fanatical about his welding, and he wants it to be perfect, and he's TIG welding, so that is going to be very neat and tidy. Anyway, the floor isn't in great shape, as you can see, but it's pretty solid. And what we're going to do is we're going to weld the whole roll cage in, and then we'll weld in the plates to the floor. But I'm going to come up through those holes from underneath. I'll be able to see the bottom of the plates, and then I'm going to do bars underneath connecting to the frame. So this is going to be like very strong, and it's going to work out good. So we're just going to do some brief videos along the way, maybe help you guys out on ideas of how to do it yourself. Not that we're experts. This is my first roll cage, and so we'll see how it turns out. Hey guys, what do you think, Dave?
Very good. Just watched the video this morning.
Okay. So the roll cage project is going really good. Dave's welding away, and once that's all done, we'll set it in place and we'll fabricate the other bits. It's not a very typical Florida day here. It's starting to get quite cloudy out there. But anyway, having fun playing with our toys. Okay, we're progressing with the roll cage. This bar isn't welded in yet. We want to decide where that's going to go in relation to being able to recline the seat. Plus, I still want to be able to use the back seat. So we've drilled our holes in the floor, and this allows us to weld the top of the roll bar, you know, without you know, ruining the headliner and this, that, and next thing. Plus, you know, to get a proper weld around it, you need to have proper access to the welding points. So the first thing we're going to do is Dave's going to weld in the roof hoop from here, which is this here, and we've already ground the ends of it so that it locates into the roll bar. So as you can see, it's going to go something like this, and we'll probably do it 90 degrees to the frame. So that's what we're going to do next. Alright, let's go and do some work. 55 Chevy project going along pretty good. We've drilled holes underneath here to lower this down so that when we cut this here and notch it, we can lower that and weld it right, it'll be next to the headliner. And we're just situating this bar here because that gives us the width required on this top one. And everything's good. Hey Dave, when we don't want to weld that too much because this is going to splay this out a little bit, isn't it? And move this weld. So actually when this moves out, this bottom of is going to actually come closer.
Yeah, but it's just going to pivot.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah. We're good.
Alright. So as you can see, it's come along quite nicely. And we're just going to grind this weld off. We just tacked it so that we can set up the angles, but we want to bring this bottom section in slightly and close this gap up. And everything is looking pretty good. Good work, Steve.
Thank you. You too.
All right, we're progressing nicely. We got the front horizontal bar tacked in. We've just notched these for welding. Did a bloody good job, if I say so myself. Dave even said so, didn't you, Dave?
Yes.
So it's lined up with our holes in the floor, which we'll pull those plates out in a little bit so that we can lower it, so we can weld this whole section up correctly. And then we'll run our bars back down to the back wheel arches, and the main roll cage will be installed. So Dave is going to do some of his magic welding. And he's assured me, because I was concerned about my headliner, he's like, what are you doing? I was putting cardboard and stuff up there. He said, it ain't going to get hot, so I believe him. Yeah, very happy with it. It's going to make the car a lot safer. I mean, this car's a daily driver. It is not a race car, but it is a very fast daily driver. So, seeing as these cars are not the safest, you know, side impact, etc., I decided that it would probably be a good idea to stick in a roll cage. We're going to lower this bar here because I still want people to be able to get in and out of the back seat. Plus, the lower it is, the more my front seats can recline. You like how it's going, Dave?
Oh, yes.
Sweet. Yeah, Dave fabricated, helped me fabricate all the suspension underneath this car. So that was his last welding on this car. We put in a 9-inch Ford rear end with 48-inch ladder bars. Maybe I'll get the car up in the air one of these days and I'll show you guys exactly what we did and what to be careful of. Which, if I had done it again, I would have changed the angle of my pinion slightly. I was able to adjust it, but I would have liked it more in the middle of the adjustment. Anyway, I'll get back to helping Dave. Alright, so this is why we drilled holes in the floor. So that we can weld it properly on the top edges and get some really nice welds in there. And as you can see, it's looking pretty damn good. So, pop one of my cars over there at my son's garage, my 57 Chevy. Yeah, this is really cool. Quite excited about this. Like, it was the last major thing I wanted to do to the car. So as you can see, the welds are looking pretty nice, and you know, being able to put the roll cage through the floor so you can get the top is obviously very important. And we'll put the metal plates on soon. We'll lift up the roll bar, slide the metal plates underneath, and after we've welded the metal plates to the floor, and the roll cage is finished, we'll go underneath the car and we'll put bars down from the bottom of the plates to the frame to make it extra safe. Okie dokie. I had to do a voiceover on this part of the video because really quietly in the background you could hear a song playing, and so they copyrighted it, which was a real pain because then I had to go in and work out what to say over that part of the video. Anyway, as you can see, it's coming along quite nicely and Dave's doing a good job. This car, the interior isn't great. The floor is pretty solid, but definitely not perfect. But that's kind of what I like about this car. It's almost like that 2-lane blacktop car. So the installation's going really good. Dave's doing a really nice job. And hopefully some of you guys have learnt a few things, because we have. Dave's in there welding the roll cage to the floor. So what we're doing is we're putting a jack underneath the plates and squashing the floor up against the bottom of it, and that helps a lot. Plus it gives them something to hammer against. As the metal heats up, you can actually hammer it down to meet the floor better, and it's just a good way to do it. Get the jack, squish it up against the frame and hammer against it. It's all looking good. Really excited about it. So we're just going to weld it to the floor as best we can, and but like I said, it's not that critical because we're going to stick it on the lift in half an hour, and then we're going to weld from the bottom of the plate into the frame. So the end result will be very strong. We got Dave laying down on the job here, but we're progressing with the roll cage. He's just finishing welding this bar. The gas we were using yesterday was 75% argon and 25% carbon dioxide, which wasn't perfect for TIG welding, and he was having a little bit of problem with it flowing correctly. So we went out and got 100% argon today, and I mean, the difference in the flow is amazing. I mean, the welds are still, really pretty nice, but isn't quite as easy to get this type of result, which he's getting with the 100% argon. So he's happy now. So I've made some base areas ready to put the ones down to the rear wells, sanded it down, and put a self-tapper in to hold the metal plate there while we get everything situated, and those other bars we'll be putting in next. Hey Dave, good?
Yeah.
Shorted trigger. Getting close to finishing it. So we put the side impact bars in, which I like the design, because even if the floor did fail or somehow it went through the floor, those bars stop the cage from collapsing and you're still in a safety box. So but we are going to go underneath the car and weld that into the frame, and the floor is actually not that bad. I'm going to weld it up a little bit, but yeah, very happy with this. It's a Roads Racing. I'll look up the part number and stuff, and for any of you guys out there who try Chevys, who likes how it installed and maybe wants to do a similar thing, and I like it. Alright, now the roll cage is finished. I was going to paint it black, but I think I like it silver, so I'm going to get some silver Rust-Oleum paint or something and paint it. And then I think I'm going to lay under the dash while I've got all the seats out and tidy up my wiring. I think I want to put some of the wiring to my switch panel, so if anything goes wrong with it, it's just really easy to fix. And then I'll OSFO, clean up the floor, OSFO everything, which neutralizes the rust, seal some of the little holes, and I think I'll OSFO under the dash too. And then I'll paint the floor and put insulation in and my carpet, and then do the back seat, which is going to, I don't think I'm going to be able to reuse the back seat. I'll probably reuse the back somehow. I'll have to cut this out here, and unfortunately the type of the base that goes in, it has to kind of go in dead straight and slide forward. You can't, it doesn't flex, so I don't think I'll be able to get the base back in there, but I'll try. Anyway, see how it goes. Alright, I've done my welding underneath, and I like to put a seam sealer on it because not only does it fill up all the little holes to stop water getting in, and it's also a rust inhibitor. So, I like to put that around the welds and seal the floor where it meets the plates and this, that, and the next thing. And that way it really seals it well. Anyway, I'll spray that black later, and I'm really happy with how the installation went. I got a little leak on my transmission, and it's coming from the O-ring in here, so 10-minute job. I'll pull that out. Yeah, O-ring in the modulator valve. I think that's a modulator valve. Anyway, I can't quite remember what it was called, but anyway, take this one nut out, pull it out, and oil level is probably about up to there, so maybe a quart of oil will come out, and put a new O-ring on it, put it back in, and it'll fix my oil leak. Hey guys, back to work. Alright, so I've finished up my roll cage, and just put some seam sealer on there to neutralize any possibility of water getting into the welds or between the body. Gave it aerosol black. Like I said, this car isn't pretty. It's built to go fast. Ladder bars, the Auto Weld has been in the business, I think, for over 30 years, building race car suspension. They've got a really good name, and I really like their products. It's got an I think it's an Auburn gear 350 to 1 in a Ford 9-inch, and I've got I usually run QA1 shocks on my cars, but Auto Weld, like the Audens, they were a bit beefier, and so I used them, and I like them. They work well. And I got disc brakes on the back, disc brakes on the front, and tubular suspension, and large capacity oil pan, B&M large capacity transmission pan, and yeah, this sucker runs fast. Got Cruisers, Pro Street tyres on weld wheels, so it's a pretty nice setup. that took Saturday, some of Sunday, and a little bit of this morning on Monday to complete the roll cage. So happy about that. I'm here with my 55 Chevy, and just finishing off the roll bar fabrication. We welded these brackets in here. I actually did this, as you can tell by the welding. Not fantastic, but yeah, plenty strong. And I'll probably put some seam sealer on that because it's a rust inhibitor. Clean up the look, and then I'll paint it black, and it just makes the roll cage bionic, because it's not only welded to the floor, it's welded to the frame. And anyway, let me go ahead and start finishing it off, and then I can start doing the interior. On the floor, but it's a phosphoric acid, or I'm not quite sure what the word is, but anyway, I explained that earlier in the video, and I dabbed up the puddles of the stuff now so that it can cure overnight, and then it'll be ready to paint tomorrow afternoon. And it's already looking better. It takes the surface rust, turns it black, neutralizes it. It's just a really good barrier to put on before you paint anything. I've had cars which weren't in great shape, which I cleaned up the panels as best I could, and sprayed Ospo on them, and painted it, and the cars held up for years and years and years, and those were kept outside, and yeah, it's very effective. Might get my clock working, haven't even looked at that. It's probably just needs a wire connected to it. Yeah, I'll check that out. I've got to put a new speedometer in this. I connected it up. It was reading like 100 miles an hour at 50 or something like that, and the needle was making a scraping noise. So I need to get a gear for Turbo 400 for a 350 to 1 gear, and a new speedo. Everything was out of the car and I could lay underneath the dash easily, I cleaned up all the wiring under the dash. You know, it was just a mess underneath there from years of people messing with stuff, so I cleaned it all up, and I actually put some of my things on this switch right. This has actually got trip breakers behind here, so it trips and it's like a house breaker, and then you can just reset it again. So I put all my dash lights on this switch here, and I actually have my music, believe it or not, I have music in here, and that's on another switch as well, which I can run without the AC on, I mean without the engine on. And I also have the AC on one of these switches, so once I turn the engine off, you know, your evaporator is still cold, so you can sit in the car for 5 or 10 minutes with the blower on and it still gives you a nice cold AC. Anyway, after cleaning up all the wiring, and actually my front indicator wasn't working, so I fixed that, and got everything working. So then I don't know if I painted the roll bar when I last showed you guys, but anyway, I gave it a coat of the Rust-Oleum silver, like I said I was going to, and now I've cleaned the floor and I wiped it all down with acetone to get any grease or anything off of it, and I've put Ospo on it, which is a rust inhibitor, and I just soaked the whole thing. And it not only is a rust inhibitor, it neutralizes rust, and it just turns it rock hard. And this is what it looks like. It's called different things over the years. This is a concrete and metal prep, but it's got this ingredient you see in the center there, which is what you have to look for. And I put it in a spray bottle usually, and I just spray the hell out of it. I sometimes then get a paintbrush and just work it into the surface, and then I'll wipe off the puddles and let it dry for 24 hours, and then I will paint the whole floor silver. And I've got some I got some insulation and soundproofing coming, and I'll cut that out and stick it all over the floor, and just soundproof the hell out of it, insulate the hell out of it, and I'll put some felt down and some carpet, so it'll be really good. Even though this car's very loud like a race car, I still like it to not reverberate inside, have that nice solid feel inside and sound deadening. And as you can see, this roll cage ain't going anywhere. I mean, it's just really good. So that's what I'm up to right now, and when that floor's all one color, you'll be able to see how it is a lot better. And like I said, it just isn't bad enough to do anything to it. It's real solid. As long as I look after this car, plus this car's kept in the garage, this car probably lasts for another 50, 60 years, 100 years. I probably won't take it out in the rain that much. It doesn't actually rain here too much. And I got a lot of other cars, so it's got too much power to drive in the rain. So the fact that it won't really go out in the rain, and it's kept in the garage, and the floor's in that good a shape, is just not worth doing anything to it. This ain't going to any shows. And what people's actually done, they've welded in new floor pans and things without taking out the old floor pans, or at least not taking them out all the way. So from underneath the car it looks worse, because you see edges of floor pans and things. But funnily enough, it's made the car really solid. I had to drill through 3 layers of metal on some of these corner sections. So yeah, definitely not concerned about the strength of it. I see this car used to be a manual as well. See, it's got the manual foot pedal in there. Anyway, hopefully I get it back on the road this weekend. Wife wants me to do a kitchen, do the bathroom. So I got to pull out everything. I got some guy coming to help me, because I don't like doing that type of stuff. In fact, I think I just pay someone else to do the plumbing. But I have to do some plumbing and get it ready for this guy, and put another toilet in somewhere, and sink, and so that's going to take me away from my car project. But hopefully I have this back on the road by the weekend. Anyway. So I gave it a really good thick coat of this rust inhibiting silver, and now you can see all the little holes that's been pre-drilled in the floor for various things, etc. So I'll fill them with seam sealer once it's all dried, and paint over it, make sure all the little holes are filled and all the little cracks and crevices. And I have my under seal coming tomorrow. I mean insulation and soundproofing, so I'll cut that out and I'll put it in. I'm going to put shoulder belts, harness belts, probably in the back as well as the front. Might weld another bar in here high up, I'm not sure, or I might mount it to the top bar. The seat back's about here, so that will stop any forward motion, and the ones mounted into the floor will stop you falling if it turns upside down. Anyway, like I keep saying, now the floor's painted, you can really see what we've got, because it's kind of hard to see when it's all got a sheen of rust on it and black and dirt and this and the next thing. But now we can see what we have, and it really wasn't worth doing anything with the floor. It's pretty good. It's old, but the car is what, 60 years old or something, so what do you expect? Anyway, I'm very happy. We'll get all this tape off and start the next procedures. Hey guys, catch you in a little bit. Hey, howdy guys. Back to the 55 Chevy. Painting the floor and getting all ready to go. And I'll show you what I've been up to. Dave doing the final touches to the roll cage. Feel that? That might actually come off if you put it on. Whee!
Yeah, careful.
Are you driving? Are you driving? Whee!